It was past midnight. The city outside slept under layers of silence and flickering streetlights, but Ravi's mind was wide awake. He sat alone in his room, legs folded under him, back resting against the wall. The only light came from a dim lamp in the corner, barely illuminating the scattered mess around him, crumpled notes, a half-finished vision board, and a laptop shut in defeat. His eyes stared blankly ahead, heavy with exhaustion and disappointment. Another attempt had failed. Another door had closed, and with it, a small part of his belief in himself had cracked. "I'm done," he whispered to the silence. "Maybe I was foolish to think I could make it." His voice was hollow, the kind of emptiness that comes not from one failure, but from many, stacked one over another like the weight of invisible bricks on his chest. He reached for the old notebook he had once carried everywhere. Its pages were filled with dreams, some ambitious, some insane, all sincere. He flipped through them quickly, then tossed it aside. "I gave it everything, and still, I lost. What more am I supposed to do?" But silence has a strange way of bringing voices from the past to life. As Ravi sat there, thoughts turned into echoes, and echoes became memories. Snippets of old voice recordings played in his head, the ones he used to track his journey. They hadn't been played in months, but tonight they spoke louder than his doubts. Day one, his voice from the past rang bright, young, full of hope. "I'm starting this dream. I don't know where it'll go, but I feel alive." Another clip came through. Day 35, first failure today. It hurt, but I'm still still fighting. Then one more, softer now. Day 98. Everyone thinks I'm wasting time. Maybe they're right. He closed his eyes. He remembered those days, the thrill, the fire, the fear. All of it was still inside him, buried beneath the wreckage of recent disappointments. Somewhere along the line, he had stopped believing, not just in the dream, but in himself. He stood up and walked toward the mirror. The man staring back at him looked older than his age, tired eyes, unshaved beard, hunched shoulders. But under all of that, there was someone familiar, someone he used to know. "Do you remember?" he asked his reflection. "The boy who said he'd build something out of nothing. The one who said, 'Even if no one believes in me, I will'?" He paused. Where did he go? He reached down and picked up the notebook again. This time he didn't toss it. He turned its pages slowly, reading the quotes he had scribbled during better days. Consistency beats talent. Start scared. Just start. Fail fast. Learn faster. He smiled faintly. "I wrote these," he murmured, half in disbelief. His voice grew steadier. "You didn't come this far to quit. You didn't stay up all those nights, sacrifice everything, just to say you couldn't." He walked back to his desk and sat down. The laptop hummed back to life. A blank document stared at him, clean, empty, full of possibility. "Okay," he said, breathing in deeply. "Maybe I fell. Maybe I failed. But I'm still here, and that counts for something." He started typing. Slowly at first, then with a rhythm. Ideas flowed again, not perfect, but real. His fingers didn't pause to second guess. His mind didn't wander to fear. He was building again. Rebuilding. He stood up after a while and looked out of the window. The world outside hadn't changed, but something inside him had. He whispered, as if speaking to his younger self, "It's okay that you doubted. It's okay that you broke down. But it's not okay to stay there. The world doesn't reward perfection. It rewards persistence." His voice grew louder, clearer. "Let them laugh. Let them call it impossible. Let them say you're just dreaming. Because dreamers don't change the world by fitting in. They change it by showing up, again and again and again, even when it hurts, even when no one claps." He walked to the mirror again and looked into his own eyes. This time, the man looking back seemed different, sharper, stronger. Not because the world had suddenly become easier, but because Ravi had decided he wasn't giving up. "This isn't your last chapter," he said. "This is your turning point, the moment the story changes. No more hiding. No more waiting for perfect. Do it scared. Do it tired. Do it anyway." In the hours that followed, Ravi worked. He outlined his ideas again, sent emails, reached out to people, applied for grants, practiced his pitch. And when rejection came again, and it did, he didn't shatter this time. He adjusted, improved, tried again. Little wins began to appear. Not huge victories, but signs. A reply from a potential investor, a stranger saying they believed in the product, a small sale, a thank you message from someone inspired by his story. And through it all, Ravi kept going. Late one evening, as he sat at his desk, a calm fell over him. He picked up his phone, opened the voice recording app, and hit record. "Day one, again," he said, smiling. "A fresh start. Not because I failed, but because I refused to let failure be the end. I don't know where this leads, but I'm walking anyway, step by step, because now I know I can do it." And so the climb within continued. Not easy, not glamorous, but real and worth it, because sometimes the loudest victory is simply not giving up. You can do it.